What is up, everybody? As you can see by the title, this is a Q&A with a quadriplegic. My name is Travis Gilmore, C5 Quadriplegic, and today we're just going to be answering some of the questions y'all have. I put out a one of the little questions deal on Instagram to see kind of what y'all have questions about. There's a lot of interesting things that come with being in a wheelchair, a lot of questions. It's like, before my injury, I didn't even know you could be paralyzed, like your upper extremities. I thought it was just like people would just be paralyzed with the legs, and I had no clue. So that's like, first thing when I got injured, I was so confused because I was like, yo, wait, what? Like, my arms, they're not moving either. Like, what? This, I thought it was just supposed to be my legs. But, yeah. So I hope y'all enjoy. I hope I answer all the questions. There was quite a few questions, so I hope I can get around to all of them and, make this a good video. Alright, one of my biggest questions, I get this no doubt probably the most out of anything, is, will you ever walk again? Yeah, everybody's curious. You're in a wheelchair, your legs aren't fully functioning, like, are you going to walk again? You going to get out of it? And, when I was injured, my doctor gave me a 10% chance to walk again. And I don't know if I'd say the chances have increased a little bit since then. They're definitely not like extremely high, but I have some movement back in my legs for sure where I can do like miniature squats, but I'm not just like moving them around where I could walk. So I don't know, like reasonably no, I'd say no, but there's a lot of things coming out such as like nerves, like messing with the nerves and doing stuff like the back of your spine, which I think will one day be able to, we'll be able to like completely have, how do I say this, like have people walking again. I think like one day it'll definitely be there. So yeah, that's, so I'd say from my perspective, probably not, but there's still a possibility. I'd say there's still a possibility. Alright, here's one. Is it mentally hard sometimes? I would definitely say in the beginning of my injury, it was definitely pretty hard. Like, I make it seem now that I look at it, I make it seem like, it was a breeze, it was easy, your whole life changes and just smooth sailing. But in the beginning, I would definitely say my mind was completely all over the place. Yeah, I like in the first year I was definitely down on myself. The constant thoughts in my head were like, why me? Why do I have to go through this? Like, how am I ever gonna enjoy life? How am I ever gonna live? How am I ever gonna do anything fun again? Which has been completely, I've completely changed that around. I've showed myself that I can still do anything I want. I can still do all the hobbies that I thought were completely wiped out of the picture, which is awesome. So, yeah, it just, mentally it was so hard in the first year and partly in the second year, but now I've just gotten so, I don't know, I've just gotten the mindset where I can do anything I want. Sometimes it's going to take a little bit of effort, more effort than like a normal able-bodied person would, or it's just going to take more practice, which is tough, but I like the challenge. So yeah, but yeah, that's definitely helped me get over like the mental part of that is, getting back to the things I enjoy, getting back to things I love, and really like, yeah, so yeah. Here's one. What's been the most helpful thing you've learned? I would say the most helpful thing I've learned personally would be a mental thing, which is that like you're gonna fail. You're not gonna get everything on the first try. Everything's gonna take practice, but with that practice you'll get it. It just takes time. The one thing about being a quadriplegic is you have to accept that things will take time to accomplish, which was no doubt very hard for me in the beginning. I get upset, frustrated with myself when I can't do something. I'm like, I want to do this so bad, and it's draining. It's mentally draining. It's frustrating, but that helped. When I learned that it's gonna take time, but if you put in the effort and you really focus and try on it, you'll accomplish it, which I think is honestly the best thing I've learned from that. Yeah, I'd definitely say that for sure. All right, here's another good one. Do you plan on doing any other adaptive sports? So, the answer to that, yes, I do plan on doing that. If some of y'all have probably seen, I've already done adaptive water skiing, tubing, jet skiing, snow skiing. I've done. I've gotten in one of the adaptive basketball chairs, which I wouldn't necessarily I played, but that was cool. What else? That's kind of it. But yeah. So the answer was yes. So one of the things I plan on doing is our hope I get to do is going adaptive, not snorkeling, but adaptive. Gosh, it won't come to my mind. Adaptive scuba diving. Yes, scuba diving. It looks so fun, but I just want to do it because obviously it looks really fun, but like how many people would think that like you were serious when you're like, yeah, I'm paralyzed from the shoulders down, and I went scuba diving. Like that is so awesome, and just the fact that you can show people that you can do that. Like when I'm in the hospital 2.5 years ago, I'm thinking, no way I'd probably even get water ever again. No way I do. I'm stuck in a wheelchair. I think I'm literally stuck in a wheelchair for the rest of my life, and just being able to show people that no, you can still do all those things is literally like, it's awesome. It's awesome. So yeah, that's one of those things. What else? I've done hand cycling. Yeah, I've done hand cycling, but I might later on want to get into like wheelchair rugby or some of those other things. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep trying to do as many adaptive sports or adaptive things as possible for sure. Let's see if we can find another good one. How do you eat? That's a good. All right. For eating wise, I have forks, spoons, and knives. I forget the place, but they basically, I think, they're dining with dignity. That's what it's called. So it's basically a fork, and it has two little holes on each side of the fork where I can stick my index finger and my thumb through, and I just stick it in, and it's kind of like you're basically just holding a fork or a spoon. The knife is pretty difficult. I still haven't really mastered that yet, but yeah, I just do that, and it makes it pretty easy. Definitely, like if you're getting injured, I definitely doesn't sound right. If you're like newly injured or like having trouble like picking up things, I definitely say the dining with dignity forks, spoons, and knives are a big move forward in getting independence with eating. It just helps a lot if that's what you're looking for. So, was it painful when you broke your neck? Honestly, you're gonna think I'm sound crazy, but it honestly really wasn't that painful because I think I had so much adrenaline going through my like body at the time that I was just in such shock that it honestly didn't hurt. But I will say, it felt like it felt like a horrible crick in your neck. Like you wake up one morning and you have a miserable crick in your neck, and I was just like, oh, like it sucks. Like it hurts. Like it doesn't like it wasn't painful, but like it still hurt. Or I was like, oh, this does not feel good. But after that, I don't really remember a lot. So, like, but yeah, from what I remember, it wasn't painful because of the adrenaline, but it still definitely hurt for sure. Right. What else do we have here? What's helped you overcome this? One of the okay, it's gonna sound cliche, but what has honestly helped me overcome this most is my family and friends supporting me since the day it happened, since the time it happened. Without that, right after my injury, I'm stuck. Like, I think I'm at the lowest point in my life. I think there's no getting out of it, and without all the support from everybody, from everybody, it literally brought me up. It made life that much less bad and miserable. It helped me get to the point I am today for sure. Because without that, I'm like pretty much nothing. But yeah, it's just helped me push myself and believe in myself that you can get over that hump, you can get to the next level, you can get to where you want to be. So I definitely say that. And my therapist, I would definitely say my therapists have been a huge part of that. Without them, I'm gonna learn everything by myself, and there's no way. They showed me the path. They taught me the ways, and it's helped me get to where I am today. All the thanks to them, because, it'd be bad. Like, I've gained so much back, and it's awesome. But a lot of the credit definitely goes back to them. So, yeah. Let's see. What are your go-to PT at-home exercises? Let's think. A lot of my exercises involve my arms, because now that I'm paralyzed, a lot of everything I have to do basically comes from my upper body, my arms. So I mainly focus on arms the most, which will be, I do a lot of biceps, I do a lot of wings out. Let's see what else. A lot of working on triceps extensions. I know a lot of people, since I'm a C5, I don't really have the best triceps, which right side's honestly not even really there that much. But if you can get your triceps strong, that's a big one. Doing, if you're on your stomach and you can get on your elbows, like pushing up off your elbows, doing scapula. I don't know what they call it, but like, yeah, I don't know how to explain it. Like, put it like what they call it, but you have your elbows out, and then you like lean down and then push up, and it works on your scapulas, which the scapula is strengthening those. If you can do any type of scapula exercises, those are huge, because I use a lot of my scapula since I don't really have the best tricep, and that will overcompensate for the lost tricep. And when I'm doing transfers and trying to like hold my stability when I'm on the mat with my arms, that has been a big factor, which has helped me get to where I am. So yeah, I definitely say, I mean, if you don't have the best triceps, the scapulas would be a really good one to strengthen like the most possible. What else? Other exercise? Just like push-ups on the bed. I don't know, anything to like try to help with your upper body strength is key. The biceps, I use my biceps a ton when I'm doing like dressing and all that, so that's been a huge one that I've been focusing on too. What does it say? What are some of your favorite things to do? So, I live in Texas. It is 105 every day. One of the things I've been doing a lot, I would definitely say, is getting in a raft and getting in the lake and just sitting in the lake, because if you're outside, I can't regulate my body temperature, which means I can't sweat, which therefore means that when I'm in the hot, if I get really overheated quickly, which is no bueno. So I have to get I have to get water put on me or just be in the water, which I enjoy. So one of the things I've been doing in the summer wise is getting in the water. I definitely say after my injury, one of the things I enjoyed to do a lot was play video games. I don't know, it just kind of helped the time go by, made let me get out of my mind. It let me get out of my mind and think I'm not in this situation, which I'd say helped a lot. And I ended up at first I used an adaptive gaming equipment, which like has like things you hit with your hands and everything, but I luckily moved on to be able to use a video game controller, like a normal one, which I thought was really cool. Friends come over and they're like, oh, how's he play? Like, he's not gonna be good. His hands don't work or whatever. But I still beat pretty much all my friends when I play video games, even with my partially functioning hands, which I think they should be a little bit embarrassed about, to be honest. But it's whatever. Why do your legs get straight when transferring? So part of the reason why my legs, so when I'm getting in my chair, transferring from like a mat or a bed to my chair, sometimes my legs will straighten out, which is a spasm in my legs. Yeah, so basically, like sometimes if my footing gets loose, my leg will just straighten out, which to y'all would look like, oh, he just moved his leg. Like, what? But no, it's just a spasm in my leg, which I need to show y'all. It's pretty cool, but yeah, that's it. It's a spasm. I kind of get them all. I'll get them in my hands sometimes, but mostly it's in my legs, where like my feet start shaking up and down, or like my leg starts shaking up and down. Yeah, that's what happens. Like it usually happens a lot of the time when I do a transfer, but it's just a leg spasm. What are you studying at school? I am currently studying construction science. That is my major at Texas A&M. All right, here's one. They asked, like, how do you hold your phone? That is as crazy of like I don't know. A lot of people ask it, which I told, like, I don't know. To me, I don't really understand, but like obviously, I can understand why y'all would be curious, because you're like, wait, your hands don't work. But I have let's see if you can see this, a pop socket on the back of my phone, and I'm holding it without the pop socket right now, but I basically hold it like this. I don't know if you can tell, but like I'm holding it in between my index and middle finger with my big thumb on it, like my thumb, my big thumb, my thumb, and then I just use this thumb or this index finger to type on the phone, which it works out pretty good. It works for me. Yeah. What kind of sensation do you have in your legs? Yeah, in your legs. So a lot of people think when you're paralyzed, you're gonna have no sensation in your legs, which could be the case for some people. But luckily, fortunately, I do have sensation in my legs, more in my right, which is very weird, than my left. But I have a pretty good amount of sensation in my right leg, where if somebody taps it or moves it, I'll definitely be able to feel that. Left can be tricky. Like if somebody's wanting to mess with me and like lightly touch my leg, I honestly probably wouldn't feel it. But if you like gave it a hard thump or like pushed into it, I'd feel that. But yeah, so if somebody wanted to mess with me, they could definitely do that with my left leg. Feet. My feet are still like really ticklish on the bottom, which I guess the nerves are like heightened right there, which I can feel very like weirdly good on my feet. But yeah, I'd definitely say that. And then I can just go and explain like the sensation through my body. My arms are pretty good. Sometimes kind of like on the back, it's still there, but like it's a little bit duller on the back, like up. But it's gotten a lot better now. this side's a little like my sensation's definitely there. It's just like a little bit messed up, kind of along this bottom part, which I think is a part of the C5. Yeah, and then can you move any of your fingers? So with my hands being paralyzed, I don't really have a lot of movement in my fingers. I have like a little bit like this, which when I go to grab or pick up things, I use my wrist, which is called tenodesis, where I use that to pick up things. So I'll use it to pinch and pick up things, which is, I don't know, you just have to adapt. This is like part of the, comes with the spinal cord injuries, adapting to that. So, but yeah, fingers wise, I have a little bit of movement in my index fingers and some on these, and like my right thumb, and then my left hand, not really so much. And I just got nerve transfers from my bicep to right here on my arm, and the same on here to help with getting back finger movement and opening. But it takes, unfortunately, from the surgery, it takes a year to really even see like improvement or movement from the surgery. And it hasn't been a year, but I'll let y'all know, like, to see if there's a big gain or not from the nerve transfers, which I think will be really cool to see on that part. Yeah, with my hands. So that pretty much concludes the Q&A. You know, if y'all have any more, y'all are more than welcome to drop them down in the comments, and I can make a whole nother video answering those comments. Or if y'all have anything y'all want to see, I'm always up for it. I'm willing. You know, I want to show everybody that you can still do whatever you want. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.